What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Truly Me. It's been 2 long years since I've done a podcast, and a lot has happened in the past 2 years. So I'm going to catch you guys up on that. But I'm happy to be back, and we will be uploading once a week. So anything you guys want to listen to, if you're on YouTube, drop a comment and let me know what it is you guys want to hear me talk about. I love recommendations, and I love to just feed off of what you guys are really wanting me to talk to you about. So I'd love to engage with you guys. So again, if you're on YouTube watching this, leave me a comment down below. You can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple. You can download there. And yeah, it's just so nice to be back. Let me catch you guys up a little bit on what's been going on the past 2 years since my last podcast. Personal side, we had another baby. So he's only 2 months old now, and I've been just loving that. And I do want to talk today about, motherhood and owning a business and how I'm functioning with that, because maybe that can help some of you guys, because I know there's so many of you who are moms and wives and business owners, and it can be very, very overwhelming. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I navigate through that, and some things that you can also do to help your schedule and your day run a little bit smoother, because we're all trying to do our best. And, there's some things I've learned, so I'll share that with you. In addition to that, pretty much it, like personal side of what's going on, a little bit changes in my life, but let's talk about business. Okay. So, I am still doing my trainings. We do private here in San Clemente. We're located in Orange County, California. So private one-on-one trainings here, volume, classic, all the good stuff. Okay. We also have our online program that is up and running. So if you cannot make it to me, but you still want to learn how to lash, we have our volume online course, and it is amazing, you guys, because it is filmed, videos, parts. I think there's like 6 parts to it. And it's literally filmed like as if you were here with me. It's exactly the same as far as like what we discuss. And you have to take quizzes, and you have to submit photos, and it's very thorough. So you're not just like thrown in front of a video and thrown to the wolves. Like, I have to approve or deny your submissions to make sure that you are like learning and you're doing it all the right way. So we have our online program as well. But more than that, you guys, I have transitioned into doing a lot of coaching and mentoring, business coaching and mentoring, because for me, it's not just about lashes. It's also about how to set up a successful business and learn the business side. Because when we go to a training for lashes, we learn how to lash, we learn the technique. We don't learn how to run a business properly. And so coaching and mentoring for me allows me to teach other business entrepreneurs how to run a successful business, how to grow that business. And so, for the past almost year now, maybe like a little less, I think 8 months, I've taught hundreds of students or business owners in my coaching and mentoring program, and it's an ongoing mentorship. So the investment is very worth it, because you have direct contact with me, you have direct contact to my team, and you get access to everything that I have spent years creating. You now get through the mentorship and coaching program. So it's great for anybody who maybe you feel stuck in your business. Maybe you're like, okay, I want to start my training program, or I want to start a product line, or open a salon and just scale and grow your business. This is what a mentorship is for. I believe it's very important to have somebody to look up to, and somebody who's been in the position that you want to be in, or is in the position you want to be in. You have to surround yourself with people like that in order to get to the next level. So the mentorship and coaching program is available, and if you're on YouTube, everything's in the bio, so you can, or in the description, so you can go and visit all those sites. If you're not and you're listening to us somewhere else, just go to our website, www.lashesbykins.com, and you can go to our learning tab, and you can see mentorship and coaching and everything we offer on there. That is kind of what's been going on here. and we're expanding our product line, which is doing so good. We've brought in, if you guys know me, you know I was like hard dye-core easy fan lash artist, which I still love. But we have not only our easy fan collections, but we also have our traditional volume collections, and we'll be dropping our brand new collections called the Silk Collection, and that will be dropping by the time this video is up, or podcast is up, it will be available. So check that out. It's amazing. Love how much we're growing. Also, I will be in Dallas this July. I'm going to be speaking at Lash Fest. They have asked me to come and speak there. So if you're going to Lash Fest, make sure you guys come say hi to me. And I'm really excited to go and speak. This will be my first conference speaking. So I'm like nervous, but excited. It's going to be like really good. So I'll see you there. But let's jump into the podcast. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple different things. I want to talk about parenting and motherhood and how I, structure my day and what that looks like for me. And then I also want to talk to you guys about how to scale and grow your business, because I think that's so important to know. So I'll give you guys a little bit on that. And then of course, let me know in the comments what you guys want to hear from me, and make sure you follow us on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Okay. So when I started LBK, it was me and my daughter, and she was young at the time. And I'm talking like single mom, like doing my best as we always do. And a lot of like what I hear from other moms is like mom guilt. Like, how do you spend your day working so much, but then you have kids? Like, don't you have mom guilt? Of course. Like, mom guilt is such a thing, and I have it even to this day. It's not something that I think moms can ever get rid of. We just have to figure out how to cope with it. So this is how, and I want to say this because it's very important. Every successful person has a schedule. Okay. If you go into your day without a plan, without a schedule, and you let your day or your feelings control that day, you're fucked. Okay. Because feelings come into play, and that's going to now control what you're doing for your day. You have to wake up with a game plan, especially when you have kids and a husband and like everything else going on. As a mom, as women, we're pulled in so many different directions. Dad needs us, kids needs us, business needs us, clients need us, like everything, right? We're the glue to it all. And so we have to mentally be like ready to tackle everything. So I have to have a schedule for my day first, like foremost, because if I don't, things won't get done. And what's on that schedule or list comes in priority. Okay. So I always come first. And I think that's very important to, schedule my day that way, because if I don't focus on me first, then everybody else gets a part of me before I even get myself figured out. So first things first, I like to wake up in the morning. I like to have my coffee, and then I like to go to the gym. Okay. And once I hit the gym for the day, like I'm good. I can tackle anything. It's just like mentally I'm ready for the day. So wake up, coffee, gym, get ready. And I like to come to work. I like to get like all of my work done first thing in the morning. Luckily, I have my amazing husband who takes care of the kids, and he helps me like everything. So we have a very good program where schedule. And here's something I'm going to say about your significant other if you have one. If you are trying, if you're trying to grow your business, you have to be on the same page with your significant other, because that's your support team, right? Like if that person is working against you, it's not going to work. You guys have to have that conversation of, okay, this is what I need. This is what I need from you. Get your communication down. That way you can get everything done that needs to be done and not worry about it. I don't have to worry. Like when I come to work, I know my kids are good. I know like me and my husband, we're good because we have that. So that's so important to, I think, have like figured out. I like to come to work, whether that's at home in my home office and I'm, on the computer, I'm creating content, or that's me coming into our suite here and filming, like whatever. I just like to get my work done immediately after the gym. And then I go home and I edit, or I'm taking care of the kids. I simultaneously do things, but first and foremost, I must take care of myself first. Okay. Because again, we're the source. And if the source is down, everything stops. If our feelings control our day, everything stops. If I'm not feeling good, or I'm feeling sad or whatever, that's going to affect my work. We can't allow that. So you have to have a game plan going in. And where a lot of people mess up is that they don't have their day scheduled. They don't know what they're doing for the day. They wing it. And again, at being a mom and being a wife or being in a relationship, too many things can happen to throw you off of what needs to be done. So you must get everything done in priority first and foremost. And, there's a lot of my students in my coaching program that'll say like, well, I have kids, or they have school, or they have this. And it's like, yeah, but you still have to come up with more time. So if you need to wake up earlier to get things done, or you need to stay up later, that's what you have to do. Like in the beginning of my career, and it's always in the beginning, you guys, where it's like the hardest, right? Because you're building something still while lashing full time, still while doing something else full time. You have to sacrifice time. And where's that time going to come from? It's either going to be waking up earlier or staying up later. There's only two ways to get more time, you guys. But remember, I say this a lot. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just how you manage that time that you're going to, how you're going to execute your time and make the most out of it, out of what you have. So wake up earlier, stay up later. I was always like a stay up later kind of girl. I'm not like a huge morning person. So I would stay up till the late hours working on the things I couldn't get done during my day. Okay. Now, if you're doing all of that and you're still struggling, hire a personal assistant. This is exactly what I did. So in the beginning, I did as much as I could. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I am doing as much as I can, and I am executing my time like great. I knew I wasn't like screwing off and wasting time. No, I like my day was dedicated to work and my kids. And so at that point I was like, okay, I have to do something else. So I hired a personal assistant, and I had her help me with things that like I just couldn't do. It didn't matter. It was just whatever I needed her help with. That's what I needed. So if you can't get your day done, then hire somebody to help you. Also, like if you're doing lashes, bartering is such an awesome way to like get the help you need while trading services. So like you can do their lashes for free in exchange for them helping you with whatever it is you need help with. So that's like a great way. And another thing that is so important when you're building a business is to remember like feelings cannot matter. How you feel, what's going on in your personal life, you have to put that away, because that's a distraction to the goal. You have to have a goal, and you cannot take your eye off that goal, no matter what is interfering with it. And let me tell you something, okay? When you are on the right path, when you have a destiny and you have a goal and you have a vision and you see it and you're walking that straight line to that goal, everything's going to be thrown at you. Everything. Because success is only meant for certain people. And you have to be so determined and so strong-willed that no matter what is thrown at you through that walk, because it's going to come for you, you have to be able to stay straight. Okay, because again, it's going to come from every direction. When I was on my road to success, obviously I didn't see it coming because I literally was thrown to the wolves. Like, I remember thinking like, I'm dying. I thought like I had like some severe illness. Like, go back and watch my old videos. I looked crazy because I developed severe anxiety because I was overworking myself. I wasn't taking care of myself. Like, my mindset was just like work, which is what like wasn't a bad thing. But in hindsight, I also wasn't taking care of myself. So I had to switch my game plan up. That's why I come first now. I take care of myself first, and then I focus on the goal. Because if I'm not okay, it's all going to come to a mess. But you're going to have things come after you, whether it's relationships are crumbling, or things are going wrong, finances, all of that stuff is going to happen, but just focus on the goal. Okay. Some people don't realize how close they are to the result of what they're going for, because so many things start to come at them that they give up, but you're so close. So keep going. Okay. And why I believe a coach or a mentor is so important, which is something I wish I really had in the beginning of my career, is because when you're building a business and you're essentially doing it alone, right? Because there's only a small amount of people, a percentage of people who understand true entrepreneurship and what it takes and are willing to do it. The great things that have come from my business and lashing and this empire, or this multi-million dollar business I've created, didn't come easy. And I had to go through so many trials and errors, because I didn't have somebody to call up and say like, hey, is this a good business deal? Or do you think I should do this? Or should I do it this way? Like, I'd never had that. I learned so much the hard way, essentially, or the long way. And so with the business coaching and mentoring program that I've created, you get to make that phone call to me. Hey, what do I do here? Should I buy this? Should I wait? Am I doing this too fast, too soon? Is this purchase too much? What happens too is a lot of people grow too quickly, and they can't keep up. And so then they fall back. So you want to make sure that, you're doing everything correctly, and having a coach and a mentor will eliminate you from going through a lot of the trials or, lessons essentially that I had to go through and learn. So, I didn't have that. I really, really wish I had that. But now I get to be that for somebody else. So I think that's awesome. What we've created and done in 4 years, right? We had launched a product line in 2019. What we've done is amazing. A lot of that came from consistency, discipline, putting my feelings to the side, really focusing on what is my vision, what is my goal. And so for you guys, you have to have that vision. So write that down. What do I want my business to be, and what am I willing to sacrifice to get there? That's really truly eye-opening and in my business coaching. That's something I ask, why are you doing this? What is your why? Because if you don't know what it is, it's very hard to stay consistent and to do it. So, and then of course, being a mom and having kids and other responsibilities, it can be very distracting. So write everything down, have a game plan for your day, schedule in, everything, like bath time, bedtime, story time, schedule it in, because, again, it's so easy to get thrown off, and tackle all of your most important things in the beginning of your day. And in the beginning, it's always going to be a sacrifice, right? Because once you have your business set up, once you have things rolling and in motion, you can kind of step back from the day to day, everything is required from you. And now you start having other people do those things for you, so that you can step back and you get more time. Time is everything to an entrepreneur. The more time you have, the more you can do for your business, the more you can create, the more you can put your focus into other parts. And then eventually you can do whatever the hell you want when you want. Right? You don't have a 9 to 5. You can go into the office when you want. You could take your kids to Disneyland when you want. You can stay home. You have so much more freedom once you've set up your business correctly. So that is why, having somebody to help guide you is so important. Being a mom is definitely tough, but it's not going to stop you from your goal. It's just going to something you just got to throw on that backpack and run with it. And don't be afraid of it either. So I love my kids. They honestly motivate me to do it even better. Cause when I look at them, I'm like, okay, I've created this life for them, and I know what it's like not to have this life. So I do everything in my power to keep this and do better. And also I bring my daughter to work with me. I show her and teach her like what it is like to run a business so that she can also step into this, or whatever she wants to do. But I would love for her to step into, her own business. And I teach her how to be a strong woman, how to, she'll come into the office with me, unpackage order, or she'll package orders, like she's packaged a lot of your guys' orders. And she loves to do it. And she gets to see me like thrive in this. And I love that for her. So like involve your kids in your business, and like incorporate them, because not only is it a tax write-off, but they get to see you be like great. So I love that too. Yeah. So being a mom is amazing. Don't let that scare you. Let's talk about how to scale and grow in your business a little bit. We're going to shift. Okay. Because we're in a day and age right now where we have like so many resources at the palm of our hands. Like literally, like your phone is a moneymaker. You have to take advantage of what you can do with this thing. Okay. And, how can you grow and scale in your business? You guys, I made a video on TikTok and Instagram where I was talking about how to make $100,000 a year as a lash artist. And like the feedback I got was actually really shocking, because a lot of you guys, think that it's like impossible to make that amount of money. Everybody's like, well, what about taxes? And what about supplies? And what about all this? It's like, yeah, like you have those things, but $100,000 is nothing. And people are gonna be like, what do you mean it's nothing? It's really nothing. You have to break down the number into months, into weeks, into days to understand actually how easy it is to make that amount of money and what you need to do in order to hit that goal. Because I had a student, took my business coaching. She was just a lash artist. You guys, she was bringing in over $200,000 a year just lashing. And like, she is in such an amazing position. I was like, I love this for you. And she like got it. She understood it, because so many people's mindsets first and foremost is I can't do that. Before even realizing what it takes to do that, people are always like, no, impossible. It's like, you have to shift the way you're thinking, because you attract what your mind thinks. I don't think people understand how powerful your mind is. In order for you to change the way you live, you must first feel it, okay? Because a feeling is different than a thought. A feeling is different than a thought. How you feel about something is you're going to take direct action about how you feel about something. A thought like, oh, I think I'm going to make $100,000 versus I know I'm going to make $100,000. That's totally different. So you must switch your thought process. But yeah, she's bringing in over $200,000 a year as a lash artist, solely, not selling product, not doing anything, not doing trainings, just lashing. So in her coaching, she learned now how to scale a training program. She learned now how to start a product line. Like, she's going to be making bank, right? But how do you scale your lashes? One, you have to be willing to work. And something that a lot of entrepreneurs and lash artists, and this, not even just lash artists, but entrepreneurs period, don't realize is your content is everything. Like, when you realize that the shift in your business is going to happen when you submit to social media, when you say, okay, I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm just going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to be really good at it. Everything changes. Because you can only grow so much word of mouth, right? Like, if you're doing lashes in your area and you're like the best lash artist there, boom, you're getting like everybody from your local area. Great. But you can only spread so far, word of mouth. So how are you going to hit a wider audience? You got to get on social media. I don't care if it's TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Commit to making content and watch your business change. That's it, you guys. I mean, that's not it, but like that's the start. If I never took advantage of YouTube like I did, I wouldn't have or be where I am right now. Maybe it would have taken me a little longer. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten here at all. I don't know, but I'm glad I didn't test that. But I credit my success to making content. You build a community that trusts you, that wants to learn from you, that wants to have their lashes done by you, that wants to buy your product, and then you build true success. But when you don't post, and when you do post, it's low quality, it's not consistent, it's not pleasing to the eye, you're not editing it right. When that's what you're creating and doing and putting out there, that you're going to get exactly back the effort you put out. So you have to first figure out, okay, what am I selling or what am I doing? So whether you're selling lashes, the actual service, or you're selling a product, or you're selling a training, you have to figure out what it is you're selling. Now, how are you going to capitalize and make people want to buy from you or come to you? It's going to come down to what content you're putting out there. So you have to take better photos, better videos, and post more consistently. When you get better at marketing and when you get better at your service, people are going to come to you. There's a reason why people charge $80 for a set and people are charging $400 for a set, right? Why are you in demand? The people who don't understand how to get in demand are always going to hate on the ones who are charging what they should be charging. Okay? There's levels to it, you guys. There's cheap. There's affordable. You have to figure out where you want to be on that spectrum and what you're willing to do to get to that next level. So, you could be the best lash artist ever and not post or not take good photos or not take good videos or just not be on at all, and you're not going to get what you deserve. You got to put out what you want back. So focus on that. Focus on, your content and what you're putting out, how good you are at capturing your sets, and be more consistent. That's number one on how to scale and grow. How do you get past that? It's really going to organically come for you. So, again, you have to capitalize on every opportunity that comes your way. Lashing, training, and then what's next? Are you just going to grow in your training program? Because there's a ton of money you can make there as well. Or are you going to go the next route? Are you going to open a product line, open a salon? You have to have a vision and goal for what you want to do. And if you don't know what that is, and you're kind of stuck on like, where should I go? You need a coach or a mentor. You need somebody to help you. Because if you're just kind of questioning yourself for years and years or months and months, and you're not taking the next step because you don't know, you need to connect with somebody who knows and can give you the advice and guidance to get you to make a lot of money, because you can make so much money in this industry. So you got to, business is simple. Goal, execute. And hire people who know what they're doing and get out of their way. Let them do what they need to do to make your business successful. You have to have a team. You have to have people in place. In the beginning, of course, you can do everything. But once you have that business set up and established, you let other people run what they need to do, and you step back and you keep creating. You keep making money. You keep doing what you do. And it's just going to snowball for you in a very positive way. So $100,000 a year as a lash artist, so easy, you guys. Raise your prices, take more clients, offer more services, post really good content, and don't just raise your prices to what someone else in your area is doing. What are you worth? What are you willing to pay if you were to go to you? Pricing is so controversial because people think that people are charging what other people are charging because they think competition. There's no such thing as competition, you guys. You specialize in a certain set. You specialize in a certain technique. You specialize in a certain look. Someone else can't come in and this is the beautiful thing about lashing. It's very, no one can do what you do. Everybody has their own technique. Everybody has their own style. Everybody is, you're an artist. So you get to put a price on your art, your artistry, depending on how good you are. Stop saying, oh, well, Sally down the street is lashing for $120, so I can only do my sets for $120 because everybody else is going to go to her. No, people are going to come to you because you do something that Sally doesn't do, because your work is different. You have to be able to understand that. Don't just do what someone else is doing, or else you're always just going to make that amount of money. So the amount of money you can make is truly endless in this. And again, if you need help, you know where to find me. Okay. www.lashspikins.com. Business coaching, mentoring. I'm here to help you guys. I've done it. I'm doing it. I can help you, guide you, show you exactly how to do it. And it's virtual. It's no matter where you're at. You don't have to come to me. It's all done via Zoom, which is amazing because I have students from all over the world that join me in this. And it's just something I'm passionate about right now. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in today. I'm happy to be back. You guys don't understand it. This is amazing. Okay. So tune in. We're uploading once a week. Follow us on Instagram, download YouTube, or download podcast on Spotify and Apple, Truly Me. And we'll be back for another episode next week. I love you guys.